Hello, Academy students. I am here with Coach Paul Riccobene.
Heyo!
We are covering the Redux round of Brands Hatch. This is the second visit. Hey, John Peachy to third place. Nice, John. Nice. Loving that. Not a great lap. I think that will slip. 50.9. I don't think is a top 3 lap, but we'll see. Here's Elliot Barron, who is someone I think might have a top 3 chance. Quite quick. Needs to work on his racecraft a little bit more than his pace. But, coming across the line, and nope, no improvement for him. Still fourth. So right now we got Demetrius Simeonitis, Jack Simpson, John Picha, Elliot Barron, and James Butler. Your top 5: Javi P, Liam Curtin, Zach Hemstrom, Daniel Hernandez, Neo Anderson, Dixon Hurst, and a surprising last place for Rochelle Guerin at the moment. There is one car that is missing because I'm pretty sure we had 13. Oh, there she's up to 9th. I'm not sure who's missing, actually. There we are, Dave Nelson. That's why I couldn't think of him. This is his debut in the Academy, actually, I think.
Hey, welcome, Dave.
We got a number of new faces, of course. Neo Anderson's been here for a little bit, but coming back after his struggling debut at Laguna Seca, but he's back here again. Good to see that. As Elliot Barron goes briefly second fastest, and Jack Simpson snaps it right back.
Hemstrom just picked up a couple spots there. He's at the 4th.
Indeed. Quick ballast update, of course, with the Redux. There is new ballast in effect. Javi P, 4th place. So we have 3 drivers carrying ballast. We got Jack Simpson on 100 kilos due to his absolutely dominant performance in the races since he's joined the Academy. And then we've got championship leader Zach Hemstrom sitting on 75 kilos. And James Butler has been given a reduction to 50 kilos as he has been struggling to date in the series. So hopefully we see a little bit more of the James Butler up front than we have in the past.
Yeah, I can't imagine he's going to be upset with the ballast reduction.
Gustav Ekstrom, not present, but is also carrying still that 100 kilo ballast that he had before. He's, of course, won races with that 100 kilo ballast, so obviously a reduction was not likely. And this is Rochelle. She's looking good. She's within a 10th after 2 sectors. Chance for pole, maybe? Coming to the line. I think this is probably a top 2, unless she has a bad 3rd sector. And
wow, second place. Very nice, Rochelle.
Admittedly, was not a great 3rd sector. She did lose about 2/10, but getting the job done. Or Demetrius Simeonitis just absolutely lit it up in the 3rd sector. I guess that's the other possibility.
That is Jack's on the tear here.
Yep, Jack Simpson, 2 purples.
How does the green work? How close to the best do you need to be for the green to pop up?
The green is just a personal best. Purple is an overall best.
I never knew that.
So if you're getting greens, that means you're on an improvement of your lap time, but where that puts you is very dependent on where you're... Oh, not a good 3rd sector from Jack Simpson. So I think I can safely say Demetrius Simeonitis has just got a really good 3rd sector up there because it looks like nobody's coming close to it.
Yeah.
Like, you can see it there. Rochelle, again, 2/10 off. Jack Simpson was about 3/10 off. So that's got to be a very, very good 3rd sector from Demetrius Simeonitis. Could mean that he doesn't have a great 1st sector, as he's purpled his 1st sector. Oh, nope. I think that's going to ruin it. You got a little out of shape there coming out of Graham Hill Bend. And this is probably his last chance at improving his lap time. Just looking at the clock there. We're down to about a minute. He might get another one. I keep forgetting this is like a 50 to 51 second lap, so it's
going to be crazy close.
He will not get it. He will not get it. So that is the time he's got, but it is the time to beat. So we'll see what happens. Rochelle giving up on that lap, probably what? Yeah, I was gonna say 0.0. Well, no, 0.0062 or 0.62. She had a chance.
Yeah, she definitely was in it.
Might have made a mistake through McLaren's though. That might have made it a bit of a moot point. So there is. We still have some laps to come, but that is the grid as it seems. Simeonitis, Liam Curtin popped up into 2nd place there at the end. Rochelle Guerin, Jack Simpson, Elliot Barron, Zach Hemstrom, Javi P, James Butler, John Picha, Dixon Hurst, Daniel Hernandez, David Nelson, and Neo Anderson. Everyone within 2 seconds. That's really gratifying, actually.
That's great to see. I mean, the top 9 are within a second. Within 0.7 of a second.
Indeed, very, very good. So hats off to everybody. They've definitely delivered at least a good lap through this session. So congratulations. Now we'll see if they can deliver in the race. So who are your men or ladies to look out for in this particular race here, Mr. Paul Riccobene?
Well, I'm going to be super curious to see what Liam can do with the ballast. I can't tell if it's going to affect him much. I know Simeonitis has been putting time in, so I expect him to do well. And Rochelle, I don't know. We haven't seen much of her at the front. I wonder if this could be the day she turns it around.
Yeah, she did win one of the prior races at Brands Hatch, as well as Zach Hemstrom and Javier Perez-Torres are the three that were triumphant here last time. And it'll be interesting to see if any of them can repeat, although Jack Simpson is, of course, the big blockade for that in 4th place. So we'll see what he can do. And Simeonitis looking really strong, too. Red lights, red lights, red lights, and we are off! Looks like Liam Curtin got a bit of a bad start there, just kind of visually. Oh, it's not too bad, actually.
Nah, it's okay.
It's one of those optical illusions, maybe. Jack Simpson up the inside of Rochelle Guerin towards Druids. This is probably the best overtaking spot on the track. Little contact, but nothing too bad.
Everybody made it through turn 1 and 2. It's nice to see.
And she shut the door on him, but has allowed the top 2 to escape, so... Jack Simpson doing Liam Curtin and doing... Oh, that is Dixon Hurst off in the background. I'm not sure if that was contact or if he just lost the car. Feels like that probably was contact, but I didn't see who was terribly close to him to cause that. Zach Hemstrom... Oh, that's contact!
That was certainly contact.
Elliot,
be right back.
Elliot Barron off the track, and that may make this very difficult for him to salvage a very good result here. There is not a lot of overtaking opportunities at Brands Hatch. You really just have Druids is a pretty solid one. The Graham Hill Bend. Paddock Hill can be if someone messes it up, as James Butler either defends or takes a spot from Javier Perez-Torres. Not entirely sure which that was.
Sorry about that. Gotta love animals.
No problem. And Jack Simpson is still... Oh!
Was somebody in the wall?
Liam Curtin in the wall! The Irishman's in the wall! No. It's a very weird spot. I wonder if he had an internet problem, because I know. Unfortunately, Liam's had some lag issues and some netcode issues. I can't think of why he would have lost the car there.
It even looked like he was stuck in the wall, oddly. So it might have been some kind of a network issue.
Might have been. There he is with no front end. So I think.
I love that front end, though.
He is, that puts him basically a lap down, I think, on the entire field, because Dixon Hurst is way back, and he just overtook him there. Dixon's got no back end, so that would confirm that I think he got hit. Because the way he contacted, I don't think would have broken the rear. Jack Simpson and Rochelle Guerin going side by side through Graham Hill, and it looks like Simpson got the better of that.
He knows if he doesn't get through soon, Simeonitis is gone.
Elliot Barron getting past Dave Nelson for 10th place. Barron, of course, hit the wall after contact with Zach Hemstrom. Speaking of Hemstrom, he sees an opening, and he's going for it against Jack Simpson.
These guys are just handing this to Dimitri. Look at this.
Indeed, he's getting so far out ahead as Rochelle Guerin is the cork in the bottle, it seems. She's usually quite quick, and she qualified P3, but it doesn't look like she's putting up great results yet in the race. Jack Simpson holding on against Hemstrom. Hemstrom's got the inside line into Druids. James Butler's in there now, as well as Javier Perez-Torres. They're veterans.
I don't know what's up. I don't think Rochelle can put a good lap up because she's trying to defend at the same time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess at this point, at this point, she's not getting the win unless Simeonitis screws up. I can't imagine the pole sitter will be caught. I think it's his race to lose. So hanging on to second place is kind of key.
Oh yeah, I'm battling for my life in second right now.
Especially against someone like Hemstrom, because of course her big concern is that red, black, and white car there, Zach Hemstrom, who's in third place. That's the person she needs to be.
He's looking aggressive too. Look at this.
Simpson and Butler in there as well. He's
in the back of the train.
She's got a little bit of breathing room now, as Simpson and Hemstrom are now more the predominant combatants, although James Butler got a little bit into the back of Simpson there. But nothing too bad. Did force him a little bit wide, did a little bit of a favor to the championship leader.
And they're running high 50s. They're certainly not slow around here.
We also got a good battle going on a little further back between Neo Anderson and Elliot Barron. So I would like, there we are, as if on command.
Yeah, that was nice.
Elliot Barron and Neo Anderson battling here through the Jim Clark curve. Now Elliot's got the pace advantage over Neo, I think is safe to say. Elliot, that contact with the wall earlier, you can see the back end is missing, but it doesn't look like it's affecting the car overly. And Jack Simpson's fallen back a little bit, so maybe a mistake there.
Yeah, the turbo line through one right there. He's lucky he saved it.
Zach a little bit up the inside of Druids, and it looks like Rochelle has seen him off once again. Gets nice and tight in Graham Hill Bend. Doesn't let the opportunity to get the overtake done there happen. And there's not a lot of overtaking opportunities on this track. It's basically Druids, Graham Hill, and then if you get Paddock Hill Bend all kinds of wrong, which is easy to do, that's a very difficult turn, you could obviously lose spots there. And then Jim Clark Curve, I guess, is a reasonable overtaking zone, which is the corner that Neo Anderson's defending against Elliot Barron in here right now. But there's not much else you can do.
Yeah, outside of Druids, it's more giving the spot up and taking the spot.
Graham Hill, I think you can, if you get a good run, you can take it there.
Hemstrom through.
Speaking of which, Hemstrom threw at Paddock Hill, so Rochelle must have gotten that a little bit wrong. And Elliot Barron threw at Paddock Hill Bend, so as if to prove my point about the Paddock Hill, we get two overtakes. Although Neo's coming back at him in Druids. Oh, very wide for Rochelle. And that's going to give a huge opportunity for James. But Jack Simpson's disappeared. Where did Jack Simpson go? He's down to 10th place. James Butler outside of Jim Clark Curve. I don't think there's really anything there, James, but maybe. Could be setting up for a good run through Paddock Hill. A little bit of ballast on this car.
All right, I miss anything?
50 kilograms. Jack Simpson seems to have disappeared, but I don't know what happened to him. He's down to 10th place now. And didn't see the contact, but I'm imagining there was some.
Somebody was there and going.
Oh, John Picha backwards, and he is out of the race. So we've lost Liam Curtin and John Picha. We're down to 11 cars. James Butler on the tail of Rochelle Guerin, trying to get that third place. Be nice for him to get a podium in his non-100 kilo ballast debut. And Javier Perez Torres, who's having all kinds of problems with his race room right now because the VR is not working properly for him. I don't know if he's running monitors today or if he's just hoping the VR will make it. But we've of course noted that he's crashed in a number of races, been out of the race, and that's been a VR issue as far as we can tell.
Oh, he's a little wide there.
He's a little wide there, yeah. Good recovery though. Good recovery. And in the meantime,
yeah, 50.4.
Demetrius Simeonitis got an 8 and change lead over Zach Hemstrom.
Yeah, and he's not backing out of it either. Hemstrom looks like after he got past everybody, he's got some pace.
Yeah, he's stretching it a little bit, but it also probably helps that James Butler, you and I both know, very aggressive driver. So I imagine Rochelle is driving a little in the mirrors at this moment.
Yeah, they're running, 50.8s. I'd like to see what Hemstrom's laps are.
Well, there's a look at Jack Simpson's car. You can see that he definitely has front-ended something. There's a crumple in the hood. So I don't know if that's contact with another car or just contact with the wall or both. I guess it's also a tremendous possibility. As Butler continues to siege Rochelle Guerin, which is helping Zach Hemstrom build on his championship lead there in second place. I mean, this is working ideally out for Hemstrom. Simeonitis is not a championship rival. He can afford to lose to him. He's beating everyone he needs to beat, and this is working out great for him.
Absolutely, and I got to say, it's nice to see Butler. Looks like he's a little more comfortable with the car today. I'm not sure if that 50 kilogram reduction is helping or not, but he definitely seems a little more aggressive, and I don't know, just seems like he's got a little more confidence.
Or maybe he actually practiced. Oh!
I'm not going to go that far.
Javier has lost the back of these guys, so he's not able to keep up with them on a consistent basis. But still 5th place for Javi. I'm sure he'll be quite pleased with that. Elliot Barons got back up to 6th after his contact with the wall. Neo Anderson's having an excellent day there in 7th. Dan Hernandez is admittedly probably kind of the most disappointing driver right now, down in 8th place. I don't know why he's so far down, but maybe there's a reason that we didn't get to see.
They closed right up on Hemstrom.
They have. They are surging. Butler with a 50.5. That's only a 10th off of Simeonitis' fastest lap. And hate to say it, but I wonder if just Hernandez just hasn't had the pace. That 51.3 is not really where I expected him to be.
Yeah, I wonder where he's struggling at. I didn't see his sectors during any qualifying or anything.
Well, I think he was in the 50s in qualifying, so to be at a 51.3 in the race, like I know there's maybe a little bit more fuel on board or whatever, as he's going for it against Neo Anderson here, and I think he'll get that. Apparently,
we got a race again.
Go back to that fight. Go back to that fight.
Wow, Rochelle's going to the inside.
Rochelle's going down the inside of Cooper
and got it.
McLaren. Can she hold it though?
No.
No, she cannot. Jim Clark.
James might take it.
Oh, James got Rochelle, although that
he's back.
I was gonna say that ballast is maybe gonna cost him that, because even with just 50 kilos, he's gonna be a little bit slower, just a little bit slower than Rochelle out of that Jim Clark curve, and I think that paid dividends there. Jack Simpson has picked up a spot over Daniel Hernandez and has now got his sights set on Neo Anderson. And James is dropping way back, so bad run through Paddock Hill maybe.
Yeah, he might have hit the dirt.
Well, Dixon Hurst is catching up to Dave Nelson, so he wants that reverse grid pole if he can get it. 4 minutes to go to make that happen. There is Jack Simpson with his crumpled front end, chasing Neo Anderson. To be honest, not something I would have thought we'd see in this first race. Jack Simpson behind Neo, but we are kind of getting a look at probably the fastest driver on the grid and one of the slowest drivers on the grid.
Well, this just goes to show how hard it actually is to make a pass here, and to make it stick.
Indeed, there's a very large performance delta here, and Simpson's not even really troubling Anderson yet.
I mean, as we've seen, that front end damage doesn't affect the BMW too much.
Not too much.
So it shouldn't be affecting them that much.
These are very aerodynamically inefficient cars to begin with, and body damage doesn't tend to hurt them as much as you would imagine.
Smashing a brick doesn't affect its aerodynamic.
Exactly. Down the inside of Druids, this is the best overtaking opportunity on the track, and Jack's got it done. And up into 7th place he goes. Although Neo had a little bit of a run there.
Yeah, he was looking.
Feisty Neo Anderson. Daniel Hernandez is the car on the back of this in 9th place. He would like to improve his position, because I imagine he did not think 9th place was where he was going to be when all was said and done. Simeonitis way out in front because, well, Guerin and Hemstrom are still at it. Hammer and tong. This is, of course, Graham Hill Bend, and then she seems to have had a much better run than him through the McLaren section of the track, which is this coming up right here, the beginning of Cooper and the beginning of the Jim Clark curve. But
she's able to run a very aggressive inside line up there. Well done.
But unfortunately, it's not really an overtaking spot, per se. You're kind of setting up in Jim Clark curve, and she doesn't seem that strong in Jim Clark is the problem. So it's a bit of a problem of where she's going to get past. I mean, Druids is the most likely, of course, for anything, but I don't know if she has the advantage there that she would need.
Now, Zach looks strong enough through here. She would have to, really try something dangerous to get through there. And he's taking the inside line too, so he's not leaving much.
He's going very defensive because, of course, at this point he's just battling Rochelle. There's
one way to try to get by.
Little contact. Looks like Zach is okay. No sign of damage to the car, so that's good. As the battle continues between the championship leader and the Stoff Project.
Not even, she can't even catch a draft on that. There's nothing happening.
No, there's not much of a slipstream effect on these particular cars. Of course, they're again, these are part of the reasons we chose these cars. They're very they're very good for fighting with, basically. Very good for wheel-to-wheel combat, durable. Not a ton of setup to worry about. Kind of ideal for Academy, and even really fun to drive even in a regular series. But definitely simple cars would be the key to put to it.
I love simple.
Ooh, a little bit of a mistake there from Hemstrom, which is open. Oh, contact again.
I know. I guess he held it, otherwise it would have changed positions on the leaderboard.
Well, that's the problem. She's dropping back, so I think she may have lost control of the car, actually. That's not good. That's the problem with being faster through McLarens. There's no real way to get around the car. And Butler was up the wrong side, Guerin. So yeah, she's dropped way back now and now has to worry about James Butler. So
for what, maybe one lap?
Yeah, well, it'll be for sure one lap with 4 seconds on the clock. Javi P still looking for a little bit better. Elliot Barron's catching Javi really quickly. I don't think anything's going to come of that, though. One lap is not enough time. There's a look to the inside. Oh, shut the door. As that is Daniel Hernandez getting past Neo Anderson for 8th place. Neo trying to come back on the cut back into Graham Hill Bend. Can he get it? He got it! But he is wide for McLaren. Can he hold it through this very fast sector?
Good battle there.
And Hernandez set up for a move into Jim Clark curb, maybe. He got wide, but I think
we got to get control of the director. This is ridiculous.
Dixon Hurst is up on the tail of Dave Nelson. So, I mean, this is a good battle too.
I know, but it always changes at the actual pass.
He got it. He got it done. See, here I am saying McLaren's is not a good overtaking opportunity, and Dixon Hurst is just like, hold my beer. I got this. As he takes Dave Nelson, and that's for pole position for race 2. So congratulations, Dixon. Good comeback after some early damage, and getting himself a point and a pole for next race. Fastest race lap to Elliot Barron, a 50.436.
Javi ran a 50.4 as well.
Everyone in the top 7 there running 50.6 or 50.7, 50.4, 50.5. So. Very close. All right, race number 2. I'm looking at Jack Simpson for a big result here. Not a great race 1. He's starting really high on the grid here for race 2. I believe he's starting at P4. That could be trouble for everybody.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Curious to see what Simeonitis can do from the back of the grid this time.
So the front of the grid will be looks like Daniel Hernandez was held off by Neo Anderson. So it's a front row of Hurst and Hernandez. Row 2 is Anderson and Simpson. Elliot Barron, 5th place. He might be a bit of a danger man as well. And it'll be interesting to see what Liam Curtin can do from the back of the pack, because of course he qualified 2nd, and then we believe may have had some kind of networking problem. And we are off to the races. Good start by Hurst. A bit of a bad start from Neo Anderson. Oh, little bagging in Patico Bend.
All good though.
Yeah, no one flew off. Can't complain. And Anderson and Hernandez getting into it again. They're not done from their last race, I guess. And as they're battling over 2nd place, and that's Dixon Hurst will be encouraging that in his rearview mirror. Yes, fight. Let me motor away. Looking for some Simeonitis still back in 10th. Not much movement from the top 5 from last race. Not much movement just in general, actually. The top 10 is in literally the same order that they started in, except for maybe Jack Simpson, who's going for a move on Neo Anderson. And it looks like he's going to get it because he's got the inside run into Paddock Hill Bend. I don't see Anderson holding this. Hernandez going for the lead, and he's got it. Daniel Hernandez to the front of the pack, please. And Anderson held off Simpson.
I wasn't sure if you saw that or not. That was very nice driving.
Gee, very nice from Neo Anderson. And he got Hurst. Anderson's up in a 2nd. Simpson's got Hurst
Simpson
as well.
followed through.
Yeah, James Butler banging a little bit with Javi P. Longtime rivals, Javi P and James Butler. Rochelle Guerin's up to 7th. It's Elliot Barron has fallen back to 9th, so something happened with Barron. He's the gold and white car there on the outside of Simeonidis. Hemstrom battling his way through, so he's back up in front of Guerin, and that's where he wants to be.
We got Butler, Hemstrom, Guerin, and Simeonidis 6 through 9, so that should be interesting.
Neo Anderson still holding off Jack Simpson. Jesus! Neo Anderson is becoming the nightmare for Jack Simpson here today. This is amazing. Dixon Hurst closing the door on Javier Perez-Torres. Butler's in the mix there too. Then it's Hemstrom, then it's Guerin, Simeonidis. Curtin's up to 10th, so he's charging. Barron's back to 12th, so he's had more problems. That's a little bit concerning because I was expecting some big things from Elliot Barron here today. As Simpson is getting impatient with Anderson, I think. He wants through.
Yeah, this could be a very interesting turn 1 here.
Butler and Javier are also setting up to go like side by side through Paddock Hill Bend. That could be interesting. And Javier's got the inside, and Javier retains the spot. Hemstrom in the background there, and then Guerin and Simeonidis and Curtin. Everything to play for here. Everyone is really close. Really, honestly, it's a very tight grid.
Tight grid, close racing, clean racing.
Neo Anderson still managing to shut the door on Jack Simpson.
Hey,
wide there from Dixon Hurst.
I can't believe how hard of a time he's having passing.
And he had a hard time last race, too. Javier gets past Dixon Hurst, making his way up there.
Butler.
Butler. Hemstrom and Guerin is in there as well. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Guerin just got sent off.
Liam Curtin collecting her, although I wouldn't put really any blame on Liam there. I think she was in trouble. She was in trouble before he got there. That was more just finishing the job.
Yeah, she looked like a pinball in there. And
she's dropping way back. I wonder if that car may not be okay. I think she's in the pit. As Liam Curtin and Dimitri Simeonidis
Simpson's through.
Bang and bang. It took him a long time there. He is into 2nd, though. Anderson in 3rd. 4th for Hurst. 5th for Perez-Torres. So Javi lost a spot back to Dixon Hurst at some point. That'd be interesting to know what happened there. Hemstrom, 6th. 7th for Butler. 8th for Simeonidis. 9th for Curtin. 10th for Picha. 11th for Barron. And then, unfortunately, Nelson's falling a little bit back off the back. And, yep, there's Rochelle in the pits. I would imagine the engine died, based on the angle she hit the wall at.
Yeah, it looks like it. Anderson's
off.
Oh, yeah. Anderson's off, and Simpson is on a tear.
Well, yeah, he's getting to stretch his legs. He's in a great spot right now because he's got Dix. Oh no! Simeonidis and Hemstrom get into it, and oh god, Neo Anderson making it even worse. I'll tell you who's happy about that though is Dave Nelson, who just suddenly found himself in 9th.
Yeah, that was a strange track rejoin.
I think he just hit the curb, which is definitely not a tremendously safe. Oh, Simeonidis got knocked off there by Nelson a little bit. I can't blame Nelson, to be honest. I think Simeonidis was honestly sticking his nose where just not very safe to be. Neo Anderson has picked up 9th place off Nelson now, so Hernandez still leads from Simpson, Hurst. Dixon Hurst having a really good race. Javi Perez-Torres, James Butler, Liam Curtin, John Picha. The Frisky Squeeze one is up in 7th place. And suddenly, after we were talking about Elliot Barron having really a bad day, he's back up in 8th and on the charge. So we'll see what he can do here now as he's up behind John Picha.
Picha's running great.
Javier getting back into 3rd place. They're getting back past Dixon Hurst. Don't give it up this time, Javi. Come on. Got faith in you. The entire cheering section is all about that, Javi. Bad run through Paddock Hill Bend, though. And
he set himself up.
Hurst has got him through Druids.
He's going to get 2.
Yeah, I think Butler, maybe. No, looks like he might have. No, I think Butler's got it. Butler's got it, and to be honest, like Curtin might actually. Javi will retain. Good run through Graham Hill, but he upset the car a little bit. Butler's got a chance here through McLaren's, even though I don't like this as an overtaking opportunity, but he could set up for Jim Clark curve.
Yeah, the key here is, like I said, you're not trying to pass going in. You're trying to set up the exit
Exactly.
for turn 1.
Well, or for Jim Clark curve, that last turn, you can get that, because that is surprisingly slippery. People slide wide out there all the time, so you just want to you want to be within a sniff. You want to be able to get that opportunity if the person makes a mistake and you're through. It's beautiful. Elliot Barron's gotten past Picha, so he's up to 7th.
Simpson's quickly looking for the front. He's all the way up on Hernandez.
Yep. Daniel Hernandez versus Jack Simpson. Here we go. We had one first-time winner in race 1, Dimitri Simeonitis. If Hernandez can hold off, he might get another one. We might get another one because, I mean, Neo Anderson held off Simpson for a long time. And I don't think I'm talking out of turn by saying that when we're comparing Neo Anderson to Daniel Hernandez, who's the more deeply skilled driver is not a tough call. And I think it's Hernandez. But we'll see.
I don't think he's going to hold this. He's going up the inside no matter what.
Yeah, the Druids there is a problem. No, he broke lane.
Wow, I am shocked he backed out of that.
Yeah, Simpson Simpson backed out a little bit, and I think also Hernandez went deep, as if to kind of say, if you're going to take this, you're going to have to risk something. And Simpson really just Simpson right now is in a great spot because, I mean, you look at Rochelle Guerin, she's out of the race. You look at Zach Hemstrom, he's down at 11th now, so something's happened to him. And
look at this cluster.
Indeed. And you got this clusterfuck here with Javi Perez-Torres, Liam Curtin, Dixon Hurst, and Elliot Barron, James Butler, John Peachin, and that whole mix. So second place is not a terrible spot to be right now for Jack Simpson when it comes to championship aspirations, but he would definitely like to make the move. But I don't think he's looking to make a super aggressive move, a super dangerous move yet. Elliot Barron getting a little bit wide. Elliot doesn't seem to have Paddock Hill Bend down very well. I think that's been his biggest problem. Jack Simpson. All right, so here you want to stay really close through. I'm just calling this section here McLaren's. That's not what it's actually called, but it kind of works. And then into the Jim Clark curve. Good line from Hernandez. Gives really no options there. So the next opportunity he's got is he wants a good run through Paddock Hill Bend and maybe set up. Oh, that's Dixon Hurst off.
Oh, I thought for sure Hemstrom was done there.
That was very close.
Exactly.
Very, very close. I'm not sure what happened with Dixon Hurst, but it looks like maybe he got into it with either Butler or Barron. And as a result, he has slipped out of the points. Zach Hemstrom up into the points. Liam Curtin is on a charge. He is a man on a mission, and he is all over the back of Javier Perez-Torres. Wondering if we maybe have lost Dave Nelson. He's back in 11th place, or 12th place, pardon me, and a lap down. Could be that he's just picked up some damage or something. But we'll keep an eye out for his car to see if it is still circulating or not. Don't see him in the pits. Oh, there he is. He's right in front of the leaders now, so he's headbutted something, or something has headbutted him.
Yeah, something jumped out, I'm sure. He's got a little hood damage for sure. Little bonnet.
Getting out of the way. Liam Curtin still on the charge here. So who do you like in this battle? Do you like Javi? Do you like Liam? Do you like Elliot? Do you like James?
I'm going to say no to Liam as he just went sideways off the track.
Yeah, that was a definite lag issue again. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
That is unfortunately the thing that's marking Liam Curtin in terms of his ability to progress as a driver. It's just that internet. It's just such a problem.
It sucks. I mean, I hope you guys are hardwired, because if it's Wi-Fi, you got to get off Wi-Fi.
Max Simpson. Or Max Simmons.
Got to get off Wi-Fi.
Simpson still trying to challenge Daniel Hernandez for the lead. Javi P in third place ahead of Butler, Barron, Curtin, Picha, Simeonitis. Hemstrom has gotten past Butler, or not Butler, Anderson. Anderson in there. Dixon Hurst has dropped behind Dave Nelson, so I think we might have lost Dixon Hurst.
Butler through.
Yes, he is through. Up into third goes James Butler, getting to show off a little bit with that lacking ballast.
he's gonna podium this. You can see he's got some speed today.
He's got some swagger. Javi P. See, Javi, I think he just needed to push a little bit harder. That 50.8 is not great. Daniel Hernandez is desperately trying to hold on to this lead. So what are you thinking if you're Jack Simpson right now, Paul? How desperate are you to get this pass done?
Pretty desperate. I want the win. He keeps trying the same attack over and over again, though, and it's not working. He takes a slightly more inside line there into turn one, and even though he's carrying a little more corner speed, he's losing it on the exit, which is why Hernandez keeps holding him off into Druids here. So he's got to either change his line or find a different spot.
Hey, well, let's have a look. We're on board with Mr. Jack Simpson. Trying to take the spot from Daniel Hernandez. Trying to set it up. They're into Jim Clark curve, heading towards Paddock Hill Bend.
I mean, where he's at right now, he should have a clean line.
He should have it, yeah. But he's got 100 kilos. You got to remember that, too.
That would explain why Hernandez got in front of him last lap. I forgot about that. But I think he's got it this time through.
I think he's got it this time, yeah. Yeah, no. Come on. Hernandez can't
Unless Hernandez takes the inside.
No.
Nope.
Still close in Druids, though, and the battle continues here. Oh, that's a lap car. That's Nelson in the mix there in the blue and white. So not much there, but Elliott, Barron. It looks like Butler's got that third place now. So
yeah,
Elliott. Oh, come on, Javi. Javi's getting a little loose.
Yeah, he's checking out the daisies over there.
Yep, Elliott, Barron's got the inside line through McLaren's, but that's the outside line through Jim Clark. Little contact there.
He's got him.
He's got. I think Javi gave that up. Come on, Javi.
Realistically, going too wide through there is not as easy as it sounds.
True, but you still have the inside line into Clark. And you've got a good lead over Simeonitis. Like, that's the other thing is like you can afford a little bit of banging to a degree with the situation you got here. So I'm a little disappointed by that, just because I mean we've been working with Javi for a real long time to try to get that cojones up a little bit, and I don't know. I feel like he just kind of gave that one up.
Yeah, I think he lost it going through here in the previous lap, though. You can see he was way out in the grass. I think he was just trying to get everything back under control.
Could be. Zach Hemstrom up to 8th place. His next target is Liam Curtin.
Yeah, he better pick it up.
Well, I mean, he'll start 3rd in race 2. Rochelle's going to be 13th, and Simpson's going to be 10th. I think this is...
Whoa! Did you see that line?
That was not a good line. It was not a good line. Oh, that was a bad line. But I was going to say, like, 8th place is not a bad spot for Hemstrom. That's
no.
That's third on the grid.
I just meant if he was going to try and go for that pass. There's only one lap to go.
That is true. Nelson's going to start on pole for race 2, it looks like, at this rate. Or race 3, I should say. So that'll be interesting to see. We haven't seen a lot of Nelson. This is his debut, of course. The Academy growing all the time, picking up new students, which is great.
Absolutely. And getting better. Love the driving I'm seeing.
And there is the victory for Jack Simpson on home soil ahead of Daniel Hernandez and James Butler. 3rd place.
Hey, congrats, guys.
Elliott Barron. Good day for the Brits, actually. 1, 3, and 4. And Javi
5th
P,
for Javi.
5th place. Demetrius Simeonitis, 6th. Liam Curtin, a good comeback from starting at the back to 7th. Good work. And a lag problem again. Zach Hemstrom. Neo Anderson with another points effort for him. 9th place. Looks like we lost John Picha at some point from the race. I see him in the pit lane. So there it is. Simpson, fast lap, 50.5. And big opportunity for Zach Hemstrom here in round 3.
I was going to say, Hemstrom, Curtin, and Simeonitis going to be front of the pack here, right?
That
Could be interesting.
I like their chances. Anderson and Nelson just aren't quite in that zone. But, I mean, again, Anderson is the guy who held up Jack Simpson for laps. So
And
how does that play out?
Those 3 battle, could just give him the pace he needs to walk away. To get some space.
Could be. My eyes will be on Rochelle Guerin as she tries to make her way from 13th on the grid. We saw Liam Curtin have a decent run from 13th in race 2, so it can be done. Here we go. Red lights, red lights, red lights, and we are off. Nelson starting on pole. That is not looking like a great start for him, so Anderson's going to lead, I think, through Paddock Hill Bend. Liam Curtin is already up into 2nd place. Fantastic start from the Irishman. And Zach Hemstrom right on his tail. Yeah, bad start from Nelson. He is dropping like a stone. I wonder if just the moment may have just gotten to him.
Yeah, he got swallowed up.
Yeah, I keep saying it. Like I've done a video on starts. So if anyone's wondering about how to get these starts in these cars off, check that out. But that just really shouldn't happen.
All right, so Anderson's got to hope that Curtin, Hemstrom, and Simeonitis are just killing each other here for the next 10 minutes.
Javi's in that group too.
He is, and he will kill someone.
Check in on Guerin. Guerin is only up to 12th, so she has not made great progress through lap 1.
Oh, Javi!
Javi, no, Javi. Well, that'll get Guerin up into 10th.
Anyway, take it.
Elliott Barron to 4th place. Jack Simpson. Hang on.
What happened to
Curtin? Curtin's dropping. He's down to 8th place. I didn't see what happened to him. Looks like he's still running. So,
was there any chance that he made contact, or him and Javi made contact?
They weren't that close to each other though. Like his contact would have been with Hemstrom or Anderson.
Oh yeah, because he was in second at the time, right?
Yeah, he was ahead of Javi, so that doesn't seem very likely.
Oh, is that Hemstrom?
Oh boy, that is Hemstrom. And Elliott Barron, holy shit, just drove into 2nd place. Jesus, he was at 4th.
Wow.
Talk about opportunism, Elliott Barron. I tip my hat to you, sir.
Absolutely, superb thinking.
That was like overtaking the season material right there. And Jack Simpson has found his way up to Hemstrom, so much for Hemstrom getting that great grid position. Jack Simpson is just here to remind him of the boogeyman that is in the background.
He is, and Hemstrom's not being shy. He's showing him his door a little bit there.
And still leading, I gotta say it, Neo Anderson.
They're doing exactly what he wants them to do. You guys battle behind me.
Oh, Elliott Barron may have gotten the lead there. Oh no, but he's wide.
Did he go around the outside of him?
He went around the outside of Paddock Hill Bend. Jesus Christ. And around the outside of Druids.
Who's driving that car?
He did not make it. That's Elliott Barron. But,
oh, really?
But Neo Anderson gets the position back, but that was...
He's going to lose it right there. He's in the grass.
Yeah, he's in the grass. And he hit Barron. No. That's a lot. Hemstrom through, Simpson through,
He let
through.
3 of them through.
Yep. Also in the mix there is Butler and Hernandez coming off that great 2nd place. There's Rochelle Guerin on the tail of Nelson. Oh no, Peachy got in the back of Guerin.
Well, as quick as Barron's luck went from amazing, it went to terrible.
It did. And nothing he could... I don't think there was really anything he could do there. Just wrong place, wrong time.
You got a car shooting across the track directly in front of you. There's nothing you can do but slow down.
Yeah. Or get hit. And that's the thing. He got hit and he slowed down.
Yeah, and Butler's looking for a move too.
Mm-hmm. Could be some damage in the on the car of Barron. I don't see anything, but the angle of contact could potentially have done something to the suspension.
It could have. And sometimes after an incident like that, you need a lap or two just to sort of get back into your groove.
Indeed. I think we might have lost Anderson, judging by the gap growing there. So that is unfortunate. Let's see. Yeah, there he is in the pit lane. Neo Anderson out. Got to lead a race, though. Got to lead race
Congrats.
laps. So, congratulations.
It's going to be an interesting battle for the top spot here.
Indeed. Hemstrom versus Simpson.
Versus Simeonitis. He's right there.
Yeah. All of them have one win at Brands Hatch this season, and they would love a second one. And don't forget about Barron and Butler, who are on the back of this. And we've seen some things really go right for Barron. We've seen some things go wrong for Barron. But if there's bad luck to be had, I imagine it's a bubble around Elliott Barron.
Yeah, he had the fastest lap in race 1, right?
He did.
So you have 4 potential race winners right there.
I'd say 5. I can't count out Butler.
Butler, yeah.
Just so much veteran there.
Now, with 9 and plus to go, if I'm Simeonitis, I'm not going to even think about making a move on Simpson right now.
I mean, it depends on what the kind of opportunity presents itself.
Well, right. If there's a giant door, I'm going to take it. But I'm just saying I'm not going to stick my nose anywhere. I'm going to follow him, let him close up on Hemstrom.
I want to keep close to the race leader. I want to keep that door open for a race victory, because if they struggle too much with Simpson, Hemstrom's going to put the afterburners on and get away.
Exactly.
And you don't want that.
James
Butler going up the inside. Butler not really taking our advice.
No, he's not. But I think he did it well.
Yeah, we got Barron. And
but you can see what that one move did. Look at that gap.
Yeah, look at that gap opening up. So that's a perfect example we're talking about. Sometimes just following the train is not a bad idea.
Yeah, and let them do the work. Save your tires and just follow along.
Because I can't imagine that he thought Barron was going to slow him down by like tremendously by just being in front of him. Like I don't think that's the case.
I don't think so either, but Butler's been showing quite a bit of aggression, not in a bad way today, but it's driving differently than I've seen him in the previous plays I've watched.
A little more confidence with that 50-kilo reduction.
A lot more. It's good to see.
Javier and Dixon Hurst shoving a little bit. It's been another bad race for Rochelle Guerin, though, down in 11th place. So,
yeah, I think she unfortunately got spun out.
Yeah, I mean, this begs the question of, like, what does Hemstrom, championship leader, do here? Is how much do you hang on to that lead? Because right now, he's opened up a huge gap at the top of the standings.
He is, and he's not even considering the fact that Rochelle's out.
well, she's still in, but
yeah, but you know what I mean.
In a bad spot. Oh, Simpson down the inside. Yep, Simpson's got it into Druids. Daniel Hernandez getting in there. It's like he's offended that we've not mentioned him as a possible winner.
Maybe that's what it takes. You got to start offending these guys a little bit.
Elliott Barron did get the spot back, but a good attempt by Hernandez. Just kind of got a little bit wide through Graham Hill Bend, and that opened the door up again for the hometown Brit.
Yeah, now these two need to just work together and let the door. You know what? I saw Barron go off.
Yeah, Barron's off. Liam Curtin was off a little bit too. So that's, I think, taking Barron out of the equation, unfortunately. Oh, Javi Perez Torres, I think, having an internet problem. Please, don't drop, Javi. Don't drop! Oh,
Hemstrom taking a wide line.
Getting wide, loses a spot to Demetrius Simeonitis and a Butler. Up they go. Fantastic battle going on here.
Simeonitis has to close up on Simpson right now.
And unlike Hemstrom, who has a championship title to think of, for Simeonitis, this is all about getting that win. He joined a little bit too late to be a championship threat, and he just wants that victory, that top step of the podium. Guerin and Hurst getting a little bit physical there. I'm not sure if Guerin hit him or if he just lost it there.
But, I think it looked like Hurst just lost a little bit of the rear end, but he saved it nicely.
He was definitely pushed wide, just from her move down the inside, it looks like. So I don't want to say she played no role, but I don't know if there was contact there until Hurst had lost it. We'll see. As Butler overtakes Hemstrom once again for third place. Hernandez is still there in fifth. And then it's Curtin and Barron. Nelson's having a pretty decent third race at 8th place, although he's got Rochelle coming up behind him, and I'm going to take a wild guess here, Paul, and you feel free to disagree. I feel like we may be seeing a little bit of red misty, Rochelle, perhaps.
Wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me that Rochelle has some type of a, I don't know, an anger issue?
Well, she just overtook Nelson there without any effort. So I guess it's a mute point now. But I imagine after DNFing race 2 and having some problems here in race 3, I don't imagine that Rochelle is the happiest camper in the world in that car.
Ah, come on. She's whistling and just having a good old time right now.
As Liam Curtin loses a spot to Elliot Barron. Curtin, it's a weird thing of what to do with him because I think his biggest issue is just that lag.
There's not much you can do. If he's on a wired connection, that's just the network he has. There's nothing you can do.
Simeonitis is keeping with Simpson, so I mean, in the past we would have seen Simpson disappear, and it's not happening right now, so that's good. Ballast is doing its job.
Absolutely.
We have lost Javi Perez Torres. Looks like his internet or his VR gave up. I don't know which one. He was floating around a lot though, but is now officially out.
I wonder how Hemstrom got in front of Butler, because I saw Hemstrom take a long trip through the grass not too long ago.
Yeah, last I looked, Butler was ahead, but you're right. Hemstrom's gotten there. Maybe a mistake by Butler.
Man, he's pushing so hard. He's pretty wild, actually, in race 3 here.
I am not sure that that's the greatest approach for him. I have to say it. I think one of Hemstrom's weaknesses to work on, personal opinion, is prioritizing individual results over just the big picture. Like that, if he just took 4th place, I'm not saying give up on 3rd, but it looks like he's pushing that 110% right now, and he just doesn't need to.
Yeah, he wants to close that gap up to 1st, and it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Like that's off the table unless these two mess up. Like that's your hope if you're looking at a race victory. Like he's just got to worry about fighting with Butler and Hernandez and Barron right now.
And if he just drives clean, he has the pace to stay in front of Butler.
Oh, absolutely. I think he can take this 3rd, but I think he's overdriving the car right now. Either that, or I could present a devil's advocate. Maybe a little bit of damage. He did have a couple of whacks with Butler, so it's possible that maybe the suspension's a little bit upset. But he is leading the group now. Looks like he's getting a little smoother now, though. Looks like he's calming down. The adrenaline may be flooding a little bit out of his veins. But we'll see.
Simeonitis
still on the tail of Simpson. Yeah. Defensive line from Simpson. He'll hold it through Druids.
Where do you look? I mean, Simpson is obviously one of the stronger drivers, so where do you look to make this move?
Well, he's been following him for a couple of laps, so he's got to have an idea. Like there's got to be a spot where that 100 kilos.
Here he goes.
There it is, up the inside. Simeonitis. Does he have it? He's got the inside line into paddock hill. He might have this.
That was nice driving.
I think he does. I think he's got it. We got 2 minutes to go, so there's time. There's 3 laps for Simpson to get back at him, and Simpson's very, very good. But Simeonitis is really on the pace here today. Pole sitter, race 1 winner, so not a stranger to the top step of the podium.
Well, he just nailed that corner. That was beautiful.
That was great. It was a fantastic run through Jim Clark and just taking the advantage of the weakness of Simpson there. And I thought it was going to be Jim Clark. I thought that was the corner that Simpson looks the weakest in, to be honest. So, great opportunity. You can see it even there, like even this lap around. Loses a little bit of grab there.
Well, yeah, I can't tell if he might have a run on him here, though, but that ballast.
Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. Through Jim Clark curve, the ballast is probably at its biggest impact.
It didn't seem to separate them by the end of the straight there.
No.
Oh, look at this.
Side by side through Druids. Here we go. Simpson is ahead. I can't see where Simeonitis is. Where is he?
Yeah,
there
he's got
he
the
is.
inside. Wow. That was impressive,
Inside the Grand
Jack.
Hill goes. Yep, Jack Simpson's got it for now, but he's got Jim Clark curve. This is where Simeonitis made that original move. Can he do it again? He is close enough for sure.
Superb battle, guys. Oh, he's going again. The same move.
He's going again. Going again. Shoves him out wide. Gets the job done, I think. Yeah.
That is
Simpson's
stunning.
dropping back. I think Simpson lost a little bit of grip there on the tires. And that, I think, that's done it. I think Simeonitis just has to run a good lap here on the last lap, and I think he's got this.
Elliot Barron with a 50.3.
He is fast, but he can't find a way past Daniel Hernandez.
If Simeonitis finishes, that's a double win for him, correct?
It'll be 2 for him and 1 for Simpson. We're getting 2 for one of them, I think. Unless Hemstrom gets, a gift from the racing gods.
Yeah.
Man, that is some rough body language there in the car of Hemstrom. He is trying really hard right now.
He's not even on the track through that section. And that should be it, right?
It was close to the line, but Simeonitis gets his second of the day, second of the season. Hemstrom on the podium. Butler fourth. Hernandez holds off Barron. Curtin, 7th. Guerin, not a bad comeback run, considering getting spun and having to start at the back. So, 8th place. Not a good day for her championship hopes, though. I think they are. There's a little bit of a twilight going out of the title fight between Hemstrom and Guerin right now. That even the 75 kilos of ballast did not really bring a lot of life to it. David Nelson, 10th place. And John Peach. Hey, John got to the end at least. He double DNF day for him, so bad day for the squeeze.
Fastest lap from Barron again.
I think Elliot Barron's going to be a real good one. Just needs to kind of polish off some craft elements. Really, the pace is definitely there.
Yeah, I agree. So what's the point spread between Hemstrom and Guerin now?
It's quite large. I'm going to pull it up. This is, of course, pre-penalties, so there may be some help for her on the way. I honestly have not looked at the penalties, so I don't know. So at top of the standing, Zach Hemstrom now on 317 ahead of Rochelle Guerin's 271. Jack Simpson's up to 3rd on 199. 184 for Butler. Javi P is still 5th on 173 points. Simeonitis is all of a sudden a big talker in the championship. He's up to 6th on 136. 138 for Daniel Hernandez, who got his first podium of the season. Nice. Gustav Ekstrom and Liam Curtin are both on 97 points. And John Picha, despite a pointless day, is still in the top 10 on 80 points, just ahead of Elliot Barron. So that's good news all around. And your thoughts on today's race?
It was good stuff. This is not one of my favorite tracks. That being said, it always seems to create good racing. So it's very enjoyable to watch.
Well, I think the key is, of course, with it being a 50-second, 51-second lap, there's just not a lot of spots to make your pace kind of count. Like, it's always a tightly packed lap time grid. And that keeps people close and makes any mistake a huge deal.
Agreed. Yeah, it's fun. It's good stuff. I mean, for the most part, like I say every week, every time I'm here, racing's getting better and better. There's some really good passes today. People taking opportunities when it's there. It's exciting to watch. I love it.
Honestly, actually, I feel a lot better about this race having commentated. Obviously, the Academy drivers will remember I was a little sour after the race. It looks like I just caught, like, while I was, like, watching through the camera, controlling, looking at people, that I think I maybe saw the absolute worst aspects of this race while watching.
Yeah, it's easy to do, right?
And it seemed like it was rough, but you know what? Watching on the commentary, there was some great battles here. Fantastic racing. Shoutouts to Jack Simpson. Shoutouts to Neo Anderson for great defense. Elliot Barron with some excellent overtakes, even if he couldn't really parlay that into the great success that he probably deserved on pace. Demetrius Simeonitis with 2 wins and a fantastic day. Liam Curtin, James Butler, all need big shoutouts. It was really fun to watch, and it makes me feel a lot better. Like, it makes me feel a lot more stoked to get to the stewarding part of this, because I was a little worried, to be honest. Like I said, I think maybe just one of those cases that when you're watching the race live, sometimes you just get the absolute worst, and you don't get the best.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be some incidents, but that was overall, I thought that was great racing. Clean for the most part. Like I said, you have 5 or 6 cars in a group like that. There's going to be contact and stuff's going to happen.
Oh, absolutely. This is racing. Stuff happens. That's how that works. And the faster any racer adapts to that mentality is going to be better for them, because it keeps incidents from being horrendously triggering and putting you behind the 8 ball. So that would be a great piece of advice that I would give.
I like it.
So next up, we're going to Zandvoort, and to recap the first Zandvoort race, so we can kind of get some kind of idea of what's going to happen here. At Zandvoort, we had a victory for Zach Hemstrom in the first race. Race number 2 went to Douglas de Groot after getting taken out in race 1 and starting nice and close up to the front of the pack. And then things just kind of fell into the lap of Javier Perez Torres in race 3 to get him a victory. So those are the people that are looking to repeat at Zandvoort. Of course, has to be said, Jack Simpson wasn't there. And neither was Dimitri Simeonitis. And they're becoming forces to be reckoned with, along with Liam Curtin and Elliot Barron. So it should be really, really interesting.
Yeah, those 4 certainly have changed the grid, haven't they?
Absolutely. It's tremendous pickups throughout the course of the season. Hopefully we see Douglas de Groot back on the track in a while. He was absent today. He's been having a lot of hard time lately, and just want to give a shout out to him. You're always welcome back on the grid, man, and hopefully we see you, because I think there's a lot of potential in him as a driver as well. We just got to clean some things up. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, Ballast seemed to do its job today.
Indeed. Hopefully Jonas Blaine gets on the grid, because we still haven't seen him, because, of course, he was at Laguna Seca. He qualified. Did pretty well, actually. Reasonable lap time. And then the internet died on him. or his game died. I can't remember which it was, but did not leave the start line, and then wasn't here today. So hopefully he finally gets to make his debut at Zandvoort for the... is this a national or is this a club? This is...
might be national, I think.
I think it's national.
It's got that horrible corner in it. Oh, yeah. It's the worst.
National Circuit Zandvoort. So that's where we're next. Then it's Hockenheim, the doubleheader at Suzuka, and Laguna Seca to round off the season. And we will have our 3rd ever, or technically 4th ever, because we had 2 champions last season, champion of the Academy. Who's going to join Josiah Jerome and Adele Ficali in hosting the trophy? Because, of course, Josiah hosted it twice, because he's... Oh, wait, no, he didn't win the first season, right? It was Noel Kahn.
It was.
Noel Kahn won it, yeah. So, joining Noel Kahn, Josiah Jerome, and Adele Ficali. Also, I just gotta say this. Can we talk about, like, kind of the weird nationalities that have won this cup? Like, you think like racing countries for a second. South Africa, the Bahamas, and Dominica are just not really on that list.
They're not the first 3 that pop in your head? Come on.
Not really. So, although the Ficali's nationality is a little bit weird. They race under a Bahamian flag, but if memory serves, they were born in Hungary, have lived in Canada, the United States, and the UK as well. So, well-traveled. Anyways, I think that's it for now, unless you got any final words.
Nope, no nuggets of info from me.
All right. See you guys at Zandvoort.